Philippine Information Agency was created by virtue of Executive Order 100, signed by former President Corazon C. Aquino on December 24, 1986. PIA is an offspring of the Office of Media Affairs and the National Media Production Center. In 1972, after the declaration of martial law, the Department of Public Information or DPI was created with Press Secretary Francisco Kit Tatag as the head. Later on, during the 80s, the DPI merged with the NMPC. President Ferdinand Marcos appointed then-Director Gregorio S. Sandanya as Minister of the Ministry of Information, which was later on renamed Office of Media Affairs. In 1983, OMA and NMPC both transferred in the Media Center building, now PIA building in Visayas Avenue, Quezon City. Today, the Philippine Information Agency serves as the government information arm in providing accurate, relevant, and timely information to improve the quality of life of the Filipinos. This is our 30 years of history. 14 regional information centers and 45 provincial information centers were built. Later, Caraga and Mimaropa regional centers were established. As its centerpiece project, PIA organized Community Development Information Centers or CDICs in 370 cities and municipalities. PIA embarked on pilot projects such as wired broadcasting, TV sa barangay, and airport and community-based CDICs. January 15, 1996, President Fidel V. Ramos restructured the Office of the Press Secretary with Executive Order 293. PIA regional and provincial information centers nationwide played big roles in promoting the Philippines 2000 vision and the Philippine Centennial Celebration. President Joseph Ejercito Estrada later abolished the position of presidential spokesperson and transferred its functions to the Press Secretary via Memorandum Order No. 97 dated April 24, 2000. By virtue of Executive Order 348, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo established the Office of Communications Director on August 11, 2004. This executive order also assigned the functions of the press secretary to the presidential spokesperson and transferred the National Printing Office and Apo Production Unit to the Philippine Information Agency. Hotline Gawin 1345 was created to answer public queries and provide public information assistance. PIA started the rationalization plan for its employees in 2003 and was fully implemented in 2008. The Communications Group was created by virtue of Executive Order No. 511, making PIA as the advertising arm of the government. On March 6, 2006, the powers of the Communications Director were transferred to the Press Secretary, while the Chairman of the Communications Group was assigned supervision of the Philippine Information Agency. The Director General of the Philippine Information Agency was raised to cabinet rank. Executive Order 576, dated November 7, 2006, abolished the Government Mass Media Group. Its functions and powers were assigned to the Press Secretary. President Benigno S. Aquino III signed Executive Order No. 4 on July 30, 2010. It renamed the Office of the Press Secretary to Presidential Communications Operations Office or PCOO, and PIA was placed under its supervision. Communication and Exchange Forum or CINEX was launched. It became a platform for cabinet secretaries and other government officials to discuss and present to the public development programs and projects of their respective departments. PIA excelled in public service, fueled with the desire to make lives better for every Filipino.
And this year, Secretary Martin Andanar was appointed by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte to head the Presidential Communications Office, and you, sir, was appointed to take the helm at PIA. Please tell us your plans for PIA.
30 years of history and growth now has opened us to a time of opportunity to be stronger and better. As we usher into a new decade for PIA, we will intensify our efforts and our foundation to being the premier public information and communication servicing agency. We will streamline the flow of information from the top, the President himself, to bottom, and vice versa. PIA will strengthen the development communication network to assist national government agencies in preparing and conducting their communication plans and activities. We will improve our outputs, making everything well-researched, more timely, and well-disseminated in both traditional and new media platforms to every Filipino from Batanes to Tawi-Tawi. And naturally, we will be able to do all that with an enhanced manpower and resources. As with every great institution, PIA's success will always be about the people, its great propellers. It has always been about you, PIA's people, your sincerity and passion to serve. The world is changing, but so are we, and so will PIA. Let us take pride in our 30 years of untiring public service. Taas noo nating harapin ang bagong PIA.